Hi, I'm GameCadet, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 3 to 6 player game from Wiz Kids, Rock, Paper, Wizard. In Rock, Paper, Wizard, you're going to be playing a simultaneous rock, paper, scissors game with all the other players at the table. However, instead of saying scissors, you're going to say wizard, and instead of doing a scissors sign, you're actually going to end with one of the signs laid before you, or any of the other spells that are in the game, randomly dealt in the beginning, which change over time periodically throughout the rounds. So, different spell types that you can do are red, which attack people, and usually will move players back away from the dragon's money hoard, or green, which take money from other players. And then there's also these blue movement and defense spells, which will actually move you towards the dragon horde. At the end of every round, you'll be checking for victory. If at least one wizard has 25 gold pieces or more, then they win the game. If not, then everybody moves back to a catch-up mechanism where if you're winning, you'll move to here, and if you're losing, you will move to this point. So everyone's going to stay between here and here. And that's pretty much the game. Obviously, you want to be closest to this dragon horde of money. You want to be far away from here. Closest person here is going to get 5 gold coins, and you want to be the first one closest every single round. Second most gets 3 gold coins, and they have shared ties, so you get the same amount of money if you're tied with somebody else. But here's the kicker. Strategy-wise, you actually don't want to be close up to here getting a lot of coins in the beginning of the game, because that's 5 coins here, 5 coins there is so far away from 25 coins that you're actually going to become targeted by these green cards in the beginning of the game. Now, if there's no green cards out there, there will be later on, but if there's none in sight, maybe it is fine to actually stay close to here and get more money. What I found is these blue cards work really well because they just help you. These red cards target other players. So if you're playing for yourself to win, of these two, I would definitely pick the blue cards that move yourself up. Sometimes they'll even move somebody else up as well and help somebody else, and so you can use that as kind of like a bargaining chip. Hey, I'll help you, Ultimately, you want to be friends with everyone at the table because this is a very highly take that game. Your actions affect other people's actions, and you're going to be casting these spells: Dominate Person, Misty Step, Polymorph, Fireball, pushing somebody 5 spaces back, whatever, and it's going to be kind of feisty. You're fighting each other, and in this type of game and any other type of game like that, you definitely want to, 1, be friends with everyone at the table, and 2, pretend like you're losing. Really, act like you're losing. There's no way in the world I can win, because the game is fraught with catch-up mechanisms. The game board itself is its own catch-up mechanism. What else? All right. Also, keep an eye on that speed potion. So, if you're in a lineup of purples to your left, and you're the red player, right? And purple's got the speed potion, you will go last, okay? But if you've got the speed potion, you are going before purple. And so if your enemy is with purple, the time to be his enemy is right here, not when he's about to be able to do his dirty work. Just keep that in mind, because your speed potion, having the speed potion or the first player token, is really going to set things off in the game, and you can only pull off some major cool powers if you are the one holding the speed potion, because somebody else is probably going to mess with you and block you off. The only way you can be fully guaranteed that your things are not going to be messed up is if you're holding that speed potion. With this speed potion, you know that your spell is not going to be counterspelled because you're going first. However, you don't always know that you're going to cast the same spell that you chose from the get-go at the rock, paper, burning hands, or whatever you choose. Because there's something in this game called Wild Surges, which is really cool. If two players cast the same spell on each other, this creates an unpredictable wild surge. Both players will then draw a card from the deck and at random point it at each other. So he casts Fireball and you cast Fireball, and then in reality you actually cast Burning Hands, moving him back 1 and giving you 1 gold coin. And he casts Pass Wall, which makes you move up 2 and he move up 3. Okay? So that's kind of just a random mumbo jumbo that can happen in the game, and I actually really like that because otherwise the game would be always the same exactly of what you chose to do. Alright? It's just something fun. You see that wild surge come up, and that's just really cool. So, the game is a take that game. Okay? It takes 30 to 45 minutes, and I wish it would just take 20 minutes. Most take that games, I don't want them to go on for super long, really. And it is anybody's game. If you're a pro at this game, and you come in and be like, oh yeah, I always win this game, how can you not lose? There's so many take that aspects of this game. Chain Lightning, Fireball, more Fireballs, Stinking Cloud, Burning Hands, lots of things that say push you back, making you not be able to earn coins. Alright, so I think that it's really anybody's game, and that's not really good in any game. The color scheme. Okay, the color scheme is really bad. Okay, here is the bad, a little too dark. Here is the ugly. Okay, this is brown. This is green. They're very close together. All these are very small and very close together in color. All right. So another thing. This is a 1, this is a 5. But if we are playing on a black table, you see the black background, it's hard to tell the difference with those. If we're playing on a red table for the 10s, it's hard to tell the difference between the 1s as well. And the worst part is the 10s and the 5s are very similar in size, and so it can become very, very hard to tell the difference between them. Alright, so how do we know who's going to win, right? I like that the game has a catch-up mechanism with the board. This is the best catch-up type of mechanism in my opinion, where the person who just got a lot of points makes it a little bit harder for them to get more points, and the person who was very far back in getting any points that round makes it a little easier for him to get points in the next round. Okay. What I don't like is this type of catch-up mechanism in any game. Feeble Mind. Or, okay. Target and caster pool GP and split it evenly. Remainder goes to the caster. So what that means is if you have 20 GP, you're 5 away from winning, and somebody else has 5 GP, they cast that at you, and that's 25. You pool it all together and divide it by 2 between you and him. He gets to choose which side gets the last coin. He ends up with 13. You end up with 12. Okay, that's socialism. That's no fun. That's a terrible catch-up mechanism. All right. So you're gonna probably think that I don't like the game, but actually, my final impressions are, I like it. All right. It is the most brilliant design of paper, rock, scissors simultaneous choice that I have ever seen in any game, and it's really fun to show this game off to new people into the hobby and be able to explain it to them. And new people, they're very used to take that games, so take that games can, you know, be a type of gateway per se, and now they're getting points rather than rolling and moving or something like that they might be more used to. So it's got just the best little thing I've ever seen in that, paper, rock, scissors, making this game a pretty good game. As always, thanks for watching. This was my review for Rock, Paper, Wizard.